Welcome back to Simbright Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful flare or circle dress with strap and ruffles. So what I did here is just I have to make ruffles on only one side in case you want to go with ruffles. And if you don't want to go with ruffles, you can go with the other side as well. So it's a flare dress, and you can see how beautiful the flare dress is. And when I turn to the back, this is what the back looks like, as you can see. Okay, so if you look closely, you can see it has a band and it has some gathers and it's flared as well. So if this is what you want to learn in this class, I'll encourage you to stay till the end of this tutorial to learn more. Thank you. So I'll be making use of 3 yards of Ankara. So here I'm using 3 yards. So these 3 yards, I'm going to divide them into 2. One will be for the back and one will be for the front. So this is my 1.5, which I splitted into the 3 yards. I splitted into 2. So I'm going to hold it at the tip and make a triangle with it, as you can see. So here I've made a triangle. So that is for the 1.5 yards. Okay, this is going to be for the front. We are going to first cut out the front. So this is what you are going to have after you have folded it as a triangle. So the next thing you are going to do is to make do of your bust circumference divided by 4. So whatever your bust circumference is, divide it by 4, and then you have to place your tape at that triangle and locate where you have your bust circumference divided by 4. So here my bust circumference is 40 divided by 4 is 10. So that is my 10 inches line, as you can see. So I've made a line to it. So after you have made that line, that point is my bust area. So I'm going to place my chest line measurement. My chest line is 9 inches. So I'm placing 9 inches there, and I'm going to mark the starting point. So from this starting point, that is what I'm going to use to take the measurement of my flare length. So if you want it short, if you want it however you want it, just place your tape. After placing 9 inches on the bust area, I'm going to use 42 inches as my circle for the flare. So I'll keep marking 42 inches. I'll mark 42 inches as I place my tape at the tip right there, just like you cut your normal circle flare. Just go ahead and place your tape there and mark out your length of flare. So here I'm using 42 inches as my length of flare, and I'm going to cut it all around, as you can see. So after marking out the length of my flare, the next I'm going to do is to cut out the flare right now. So after cutting out the flare, I'm going to take the measurement of 3 inches from the first I want to turn it the other way so that the folded part will be facing the other way. So I'll just go ahead and transfer that my bust line of 10 inches. I'll just mark it again on the other side because I want to work on the other side. So here you can see my chest line at 9 inches. Just count 3 inches up and mark. That will be at 6 inches. So on that line of 3 inches you marked, go ahead and mark 5 inches. So from that folded part, mark 5 inches. That is your strap to strap measurement, which is the neckline for this circle dress. So if you're on a smaller size, you can mark 4 inches for that point. So my strap, I'm going to make use of a standard strap of 5 inches. Okay, so this is 5 inches, my strap to strap. You can see me measuring it again. So like I said, the strap itself is going to be 5 inches, and that is standard. Okay, 5 inches or 6 inches is standard. So now the next thing I'm going to do now is to take the measurement of my waistline. So my back waistline, that is what I'm going to use to cut out the back. So I'm using 15 inches, that is my back length. So my waistline at the back is 15, and that is what I'm using. So whatever your waistline is, just use it. So I'm going to connect from the 5 inches neckline. I might use my ruler, or I can just mark it without my ruler, because I don't want to eat into my bust area. So just go ahead and mark. You can see how I'm connecting that 5 inches to the point of 15 inches back length. So that is where I'm going to cut out as the armhole of this dress, as you can see. So here the front piece is ready. So if you want to make it a round neckline, so simply come down from that line of your strap, that strap line, come down by 1 inch. Then with your ruler you can make a curve of your round neckline. That is if you want to make it a round neckline, but for me, I'm making it a straight neckline. So I'll just go ahead and cut out the straight part of it to that 5 inches. From the 5 inches strap to strap, you can see I'm taking the measurement. That part should be at 5 inches. If you're on a smaller size, you can do 4 inches. Then I'm going to cut out the armhole to the 15 inches I measured right now. So the front is ready, and I'm going to set it aside. Then we are going to cut out the back right now. So I'm going to bring back the 1.5 inch, 1.5 yards I mean. So I've already placed it at as a triangle once again. So once you place it, just bring the front piece we just cut right now, place it on top of it. So you keep aligning it. Keep aligning it so that it matches exactly, okay, to the point that we cut the front. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'm making sure and I align it very well. So after that is done, the next thing I'm going to do is to go to the down part of the dress and cut out the shape of the down part. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out, as you can see right now. So that is the back I'm cutting out. So after cutting out the back, I'm going to leave the dress and mark that point of my back length, which is 15 inches. You can see me tracing it out. I'll lift the front up and mark it at the back. I'll do the same at the other end, then connect the line. So here I'm going to cut it out because that is the back we are going to attach to the front to make or create that lower back. So here we are done. Front is ready and back is ready as well. So the next thing we are going to do, if you really want it to a very low curved back, just come down by 2 inches and connect. You can see how I'm tracing it. Come down by 2 inches or 3 inches and connect. You have a lower back part of it, but I'm not doing that today. I'm going to work on the straight part of it, as you can see. So we are done with the cutting of the front and the back right now. So I'm going to gather that part. That is what I'm demonstrating for you to see. So but now we are going to attach our strap. I'm going to make do of a strap for this, or a band. Let me call it a band. So my band is 1.5. So from the top, just come down by 1.5. We are going to cut out that part and replace it with our band of 1.5. Okay, so just measure 1.5 from the top of the neckline. We are going to trim it off for the front. So I'm going to take it off and replace it with my strap or my band. Then the back will also have a band. So just come down by 1.5 because the band is 1.5. So just cut out 1.5, as you can see me marking it. Cut it out 1.5 like that. Then we are going to replace it with our band of 1.5 also. So now we have reduced the front and the back by 1.5, which we are going to replace with our band. So now this is my band. I have both front and back band. So for the back band I'm making use of my, okay, so before I come over to the band, if you open up the front, you have somewhat like V shape because of how it's cut. So but that is not a problem. What you are going to do is just to trace or just cut it out a little bit. Just cut it out, make it a little bit straight. So I'm going to trim it off a little bit, and it does not affect anything at all. So just go ahead, trim it off a little bit, as you can see, to make it a little straight than V. But if you want to hit V, that means your neckline will be a V neckline, but that is not what we are doing right there. So after trimming it off, my band, I'm going to first of all gather on it before we sew the band. So the band is going to measure 11 inches because our strap is 5 inches, times 2 is 10, plus 1 inch for seaming is 11 inches. So here is my band right now, and I've gathered the front part. So now I'm going to sew my band to it. You know how you sew your skirt band? That is what I'm going to do right here. So I'm going to place wrong side to right side and stitch the gathers, and then top stitch. I'm going to top stitch it on the other way to have a neat finishing. So here I've already top stitched, and you can see I have a neat finishing right there for the front piece. So your gathers has to be into that 11 inches. So the front piece is ready. We are going to move over to the back piece. So the back piece right now, I'm still going to gather this part. So I'm going to gather, but I will first of all take off the badge I have with my iron. So the band for the back is your waist circumference divided by 2. I repeat, your waist circumference divided by 2. My waist is 36, divided by 2 is 18, plus 1 inch, which is 19 inches. That is what my band is. And the band width is 2 inches. We are using 2 inches. After we sew half an inch, we'll be having 1.5. So you can see I've sewn my band using the same method I used for the front to sew the band. So now you can see our dress is ready, and the low back part is ready too. So the next thing we are going to do now is to sew the strap. So the strap is going to come from the armhole all the way to the back. So here I've already cut out my strap at 45 inches length, and the width of the strap is 2 inches. So you can make your strap smaller, you can make it bigger, but I'm using 2 inches width, and the length is as long as 45. Later we are going to cut it out, okay? So I'm going to sew my strap right now. As you can see, I will place it wrong side to right side. Wrong side to right side. You can see how I placed it, and I'm going to stitch at 0.5. I will also measure that part to be sure it is 11 inches. So when you sew half an inch, you have 10 inches, which is the strap width. So right now I'm going to go over to sew the strap, but then I just thought of using 10 inches might be too wide if you are on a smaller size or medium size. So I'm going to reduce this strap from the 11 inches we have. Just take off half inch on the other side. So if we take off half an inch, trim off half an inch on this side, and trim off the other half an inch, so we will now have 10 inches before sewing. So after sewing, we'll be left with 9 inches of our strap. So 9 inches is better if you're on a smaller size, but if you're on a big size, you can use the 10 inches. So now I'm going to place my strap, as you can see, right side to wrong side, and stitch at 0.5, which I've done right now. Next, I'm going to fold in half an inch, and then fold in and top stitch. So I'm going to do that to the whole length of 45 inches. Later we are going to measure our desired strap length. So I'm going to sew it on my machine. So here I'm done sewing my strap, and this is what I have on both sides, looking so beautiful. So the next we are going to do is to measure the strap length. So from the center front at that neckline where we have the band, place your tape at that point and measure 5 inches, which is the front strap, and it is standard. Then from that point I'm going to measure my back length, which is 15 inches. So 5 plus 15 will give us 20. So my strap is 20 plus 1 inch for stitching the back is 21. So I'm going to cut out my strap at 21 inches now. Okay, so it's better you have an excess, then you cut it off, than is not enough. So I'll measure 21 inches and I'm going to cut out right away. So the next thing I'm going to do now, the strap is ready. I'll bring back the back right now and fold in 1 inch. Okay, so you are going to fold in 1 inch and stitch to the back. But before you do that, just go ahead and fold it into 2, and you are going to measure your strap at 4 inches. Your strap should be at 4 inches. So it is at this 4 inches I'm going to pin the strap right now. So just go ahead and make a mark at that 4 inches when you place on fold, and then I'm going to pin them at that point. So the distance should be 8 inches. The distance should be 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and fold in that 1 inch. As you can see, I'm going to first fold half an inch of it, and it stops at that half inch, and I'm going to stitch. So before I stitch, I'm going to first pin it, secure it with my pin. So by the time I get to the machine, I'm going to stitch that part accordingly to hold on the strap. So go ahead and secure with your pin, and then I'm going to also secure with my pin on the other side as well. So after that, I'll go to the machine and I'm going to top stitch. So I'll repeat the same process for the other side, and I'll go over to the machine and also top stitch right away. So make sure you give it a neat top stitching. So the distance between the strap at the back should be 8 inches, and that at the front is 9 inches. So here I'm going to stitch it right away. Here I'm done attaching the strap, as you can see. So I just top stitched at this point. So this is what we have at the back. So the next is to flip this way. Pick up this from here, just go ahead and sew at half an inch to the end, and do the same. Pick here and close the sides. I'm done joining the sides, as you can see. So I joined the sides at half an inch. So this is what I have for the dress. So you can see this is the front. Can you see that? This is the front and this is the back. Okay, so now if you feel that the back if you feel that the strap is falling off, you can adjust the strap. You can take it in a little bit and top stitch, but you have to wear it on your body and set it to your right size. So I use 20 inches from here, so you can use 19 or 18. Okay, so the distance between here, I adjusted it to 8 inches. Please, 8 inches is okay and is standard. So here my circle dress is ready, as you can see. So if you want to attach a strap, just go ahead and place your strap on fold. It can be 2.5 or 3 inches width, and the length of the strap can be as long as you want to place your strap. So here I'm going to clean up the edges, and then you just go ahead and sew the edges of the strap, then measure where you want to attach this ruffles. So it can be at 3 or 4 inches. Then go ahead and pleat. The part that is unfold will be at the outer part. So once you go and machine pleat it, or you can do gathers if you want, but pleating will be better. Then you place your strap on top of it like this and stitch on top of it. So that is how to go about this part of the strap, as you can see. So that is if you want to have a strap, but I'm not using strap to it, but at least you understand what I mean. So you can go ahead and ruffle to the length of strap of your choice. So that is how to go about it. So I believe this class was helpful to you. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Thank you. See you in the next one.